have it Wednesday.
What?
No!
Is there a replacement?
No!
This final that we're about to take in Calc, I don't know it. I'm at a 79, I need an 80 to pass, or my parents are gonna be on me.
Well, I have a 69, so I'm in the same boat. I need a pass too.
I know. I might just study tonight, but I don't know anything.
I think we should cheat.
Yeah. We should sneak into his house and try to find an answer.
You mean like break in?
Yes.
Isn't that illegal?
Yeah, but me not passing is almost illegal too. Alright, this is Mr. Gomez's house. You need to break in and steal the answer key.
Okay, let's go.
Okay.
Alright, let's find this answer key. Look at the first one.
Maybe it's this. Maybe we should solve the problem. Yeah, maybe we should solve the problem to open it. It's not opening.
Alright, let's solve this problem that I'm watching together. So here we have rule 1, which is the derivative of a constant function. To find the derivative of a function like this, you don't have an x. So whenever you don't have an x, derivative is automatically 0, and that's your answer. Oh, it's not in here.
Alright, let's try this next door. Maybe it's inside here. It's not opening. It's another problem. Maybe you should have to solve this problem too.
So here we have rule 2, which is the power rule for positive integer powers of x. So these are simple. All you do to find the derivative is you multiply the exponent by the coefficient, which is, this case is just 1, so 5x, and then you reduce the power, which is 4, and that's your answer.
Alright, now the door's unlocked. There's just a closet. It's not going to be in here. Let's try another door. Let's try this door.
Oh, it's
This
locked.
door is locked also.
I think we have to solve this problem to get in. So here we have rule 3, which is the constant multiple rule. And for these type of problems, all you do to find the derivative is you multiply the exponent by the coefficient, which is 3 times 4, 12, and reduce the exponent by 1, which is 2. 12x squared is the answer.
It's open now. Let's see. It's just a storage closet. It's not going to be in here.
Oh, let's find the next door.
Let's try this one. It's the same thing. It's locked too.
Another problem we have to solve. So here we have rule 4, which is the sum and difference rule, and it is applied whenever you're trying to find the derivative of an addition or subtraction problem or polynomial. So first we would start by writing y to the y prime or y to the 1, which is same thing as the derivative. And when you're doing this, all you're doing is multiplying the exponent by the coefficient and then reducing the exponent by 1. We would find the derivative by multiplying 6 by negative 1, which is negative 6, and reducing 6 by 1, which is 5. So 6x to the 5th minus 4 times 3 is 12, x to the 3rd, because we're reducing 4 by 1, which is 3. Then you'd multiply 2 by 7, which is 14, reduce 2 by 1, giving you just a 1 over x. And then lastly, we would have an invisible 1 right here, multiplied by 3, giving you 3. And since whenever you're trying to find the derivative, you're subtracting by 1 here. Here, when you subtract 1 by itself, you get 0. And x is 0 is 1, which is just 3, because 3 times 1 is 3. So the ultimate answer is y prime equals negative 6x to the 5th minus 12x cubed minus 14x plus 3.
Got it. Alright, it's unlocked. Let's see. Oh, it's only a bathroom. You need to use that.
Yes, I do, actually.
Minutes later.
Alright, let's go find the next
Done?
one.
Okay. Alright, let's try this door. It's locked again.
Oh, I think we have to solve this problem again.
Alright.
So here we have the product rule, which is used when you're trying to find the derivative of two functions that are being multiplied together. So first you would start by writing y prime, and you would keep the first term the same, and multiply by the derivative of the second term, which is just 2, and you would add, and then keep this second term the same, and multiply by the derivative of the first term, which is negative 14x plus 3. And then from here, all we would be doing is foiling and then combining like terms. So you would write negative 7x times 2 is negative 14x squared. 3x times 2 is 6x. 2x times a negative 14x is a negative 28x squared. And a 2x times a 3 is a 6x. And then a negative 5 times a negative 14x is a 70x. And then a negative times a 3 is a negative 15. And then here we're just going to add like terms. So negative 14x squared minus a negative 28x squared is going to give you a negative 42x squared. Cross that out. You have 6x plus 6x is 12x plus plus 70x, which is an 82x. It's an 8. And then you just have negative 15 left, so the answer would be this. Negative 42x squared plus 82x minus 15.
Alright, it's unlocked.
Oh,
It's
just a closet.
Let's try this next door. Man, Mr. Gomez locked all his doors.
I think you have to solve this one to get in. So here we have rule 6, which is the quotient rule. And to use the quotient rule, you use the saying low d high less high d low all over what squared below. So the first step is low d high. So you would take low, which is the denominator, 4x plus 1, times the derivative of the high, which is 6x minus 2, less, which just means subtract, high, and you write whatever is on top. Oh, yeah. D low, which is the derivative at the bottom. All over what's squared below, which is just 4x plus 1 squared. And for the rest of the problem, you're just foiling and then combining like terms. So you would do, let's start here, y prime equals 4x times 6x is 24x squared. And then 4x times negative 2x is negative 8x. And then 1 times both is just the same thing, which is plus 6x squared. I mean, it's just 6x minus 2. And then you would, since there's a minus here, what I do is I put the minus or make the 4 negative, which is the same thing, and then disregard this. So negative 4 times 3x squared is a negative 12x squared times a negative 4 times a negative 2x is just positive 8x. And then a negative 4 times 7 is a negative 28. And then you just keep the denominator, which is 4x plus 1 squared. So this is what we have so far. And then next, all we're doing is going to combine like terms. So you would do y prime equals the x squared, so 24 minus 12x squared is just 12x squared. And what I do is I cross it out so that I don't get confused. So then negative 8x plus 8x is 0, but then you have a 6x. So you just leave it as 6x and cross it out. And then lastly, negative 2 minus 28 is just a negative 30. And then all over what's squared below, which is just 4x plus 1 squared. And then that should be your answer. So the answer is 12x squared plus 6x minus 30 over 4x plus 1 squared.
All right, let's see what's inside here. It's just another closet. This has to be it. This is the last room over here, and it's locked.
But it has a problem on it, so I have to solve this one. So here we have rule 7, which is the power rule for negative integer powers of x. So our problem is 1 over the 4th root of x to the 3rd. We would begin by solving by writing d over dx, which simply means derivative. And in parentheses, we would write x to the negative 3/4, which is the same thing as the denominator of the problem. Then to find the derivative, we would find the derivative of what was in the parentheses, which is this. So we would multiply negative 3/4 by the invisible 1 right here. So we would get negative 3/4 x. And the rule says that whenever you have a exponent, you subtract it by 1 to find the derivative. So when you subtract by 1, you get negative 7 over 4. So this would technically be your answer, but if you want to make it more pretty, you could write, you could multiply negative 3/4 by 1 over x to the 7/4, which is the same thing as x to the negative 7/4. And you would get negative 3 over 4 to the 4th root, 4 times the 4th root of x to the 7th power. And that would ultimately be the answer.
It's open. Alright, do you see anything?
Yeah, I found it. It says Scantron answer key. There's no answer key on here though. But on the back it says go to the fridge. What?
Alright, let's go to the fridge and see what it says. Oh. You don't have to cheat, goofballs. You know your calculus. Good luck on the final, Mr. Gomez. Well, we did solve all those problems. You
True.
can probably get a 100.
True.
Oh wow, both of you got 100s. How did you study?
Well, we reviewed the notes a little bit.
Alright, well you guys have an extra credit opportunity. It's right here on the board.
So our problem is sine squared times 4x. First, you would start off by moving the exponent to the end of the function to make it easier to solve. Then you would write f prime of x equals, which simply means derivative of, and you would find the derivative of the first part, which is 2 sine times 4x. Then you would multiply that by the derivative of what was inside of that, which is cosine 4 of x. And lastly, you would multiply that by the derivative of what's inside of that problem, which is 4. In the end, you should get 8 sine 4x times cosine 4x, because if you multiply all of that together, that will be your answer.